find our mats, let's sit cross-legged, and we're just going to adjust ourselves to find some space for ourselves on the mat and settle into a seated cross-legged pose. Just sink into the mat and maybe move your shoulders away from your ears, and then keep a straight spine. Bring awareness to the back of your body, maybe from the top of your head all the way down to your spine. Just begin by bringing awareness to this part of your body and see how you feel in that part today. In the yoga philosophy, there is this idea of guna, or tendencies, where we have three types of tendencies: rajas, tamas, and sattva. Sattva is when we are content and calm and there's a lot of good within us. Rajas is when you have passionate energy, and tamas is sometimes when you feel low and negative. Yoga really gives us the tool to manipulate these tendencies and connect with ourselves, bring inner peace, and sort of lead a balanced life. So today let's try to connect with rajas and sattva. And we're just going to try to do some poses to bring in these energies within us. Keeping a straight spine, bring your hands in the form of a heart in front of you. Honoring your presence on the mat today, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently open your eyes. Bring your hands up. As you breathe in, bring a high prayer above your head. Maybe gently release your head to the back, opening up your chest. And breathe out. Open up your arms. Bring your hands by your side. We're just going to move from side to side. So bring your right hand down and left hand up. As you breathe in, look up towards the ceiling. Opening up the side of your body. Feeling this energy all the way from your fingertips to your right hip. Breathe out and come back to the other side. Push yourself off and bring your left hand down and right hand up. And we're going to try to look up towards the ceiling as we gently stretch towards this side. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do that a couple of times at your own pace, bringing one hand down at a time. And as you bring it down, breathe in, push yourself off, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One last time like this. And then we're going to come back to the center, bring your hands to your lap. And let's do some gentle twists. So bring your right palm on top of your left knee, bring your left palm behind you. We're just going to turn to the back. Be aware of your hips and see if you can point your hips still towards the front as you encourage this twist in your upper body. Breathe in and breathe out. Release, and let's do the other side. Bring your left palm on top of your right knee and then twist to the back. Gently release and come back to the center. We're just going to bring our arms up, breathe in, and then we're going to bow forward and fold our head over our legs, maybe bringing the palms down on the earth as we bring our forehead down as well. Just trying to open up our lower back and really give the space to our back body as we find the seated fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently roll your back, bringing it one vertebrae at a time back to a seated cross-legged position. We're going to find butterfly pose, so bring your feet together to touch and drop your knees up and down to open up the inner parts of your legs, your inner thighs. And then once you find the pulsing with your knees, maybe look up towards the ceiling as you find some stillness. Breathe in and then breathe out and roll forward and bring your head towards your feet. You don't have to go all the way, maybe just hover over your feet as you grab a hold of them. Breathe in and breathe out. If you feel ready, you may just drop your forehead down to touch your toes to really feel that opening in the inside of your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, slowly roll up to stand, stacking one vertebra at a time. And then close your knees like a book, bringing your feet about hips width distance and hands by your hips, gently moving your knees from side to side, opening up the outside of your hips one at a time. And then once you have them all the way to one side, let's just right away go into tabletop position. So bring your hands underneath your knees, underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Bring the straight spine again, awareness to the back of your body, and see if you can find it parallel to the mat. Once you have that position, we're just going to rock our hips from side to side. Again, gently opening up the outside of our hips. We tend to feel tightness here, so it's nice to give it some love. And then come back to the center, find some stillness. Drop your belly button down, look up towards the ceiling, breathe in, cow pose. Round your spine, really move your shoulders away from your ears as you drop your chin towards your chest to find cat pose. Breathe in, belly button down, look up towards the ceiling, cow pose. Breathe out, round your spine, chin in towards your chest, cat pose. One more time like this, drop your belly button down, look up, breathe in, round your spine, chin in towards your chest, breathe out. Come back to the center. Let's bring our big toes to touch and set our seat back on our heels and find child's pose. Dropping your forehead down to the mat. And once you find this length with your arms, by pulling it forward towards the front of your mat, gently drop your elbows down to melt into the earth in child's pose. Remember that child's pose is available to you at any time during the practice. Breathe in and breathe out. Move your hands towards the left, stacking your right palm over your left as you find this side stretch within child's pose, opening up your right oblique muscle in the back. And once you find this stretch on this side, let's release and go over to the other side. So move your hands to the right and stack your left palm on top of your right, finding this stretch on the opposite side. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center, release your arms to the front of your mat. Look up as you breathe in, look between your thumbs. And as you breathe out, let's come back to a neutral tabletop position. And then we're just going to tap our feet gently on the mat to open up the fronts of our feet. And then slowly slow down the tapping and come to stillness. Lift your right hand up as you breathe in, opening up gently in the tabletop. And then thread your right arm underneath your left as you find your cheek meeting the mat. And bring your left arm all the way forward to find this sort of a 90-degree angle between your arms. breathe into the stretch in the back body and bring awareness again to the back and see how all of these movements are slowly opening up the muscles in the back. You can keep your eyes closed or keep your gaze a little over your right fingertips towards the left side of your space. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently bring your left palm next to your face. Pushing off from the mat, bring your right arm up as you breathe in and find the twist. And breathe out, bring your right palm down on the mat. Let's bring our right toes to the back and find a straight right leg. As you move back and forth, we're just going to open up our right calf muscle. And then plant your right foot down so the toes are pointing towards the long edge of the mat, and release your arm up to find a supported side plank. Maybe bring your left foot to the back ever so slightly, and then bring your right arm all the way forward so your fingertips are facing the front of your space. If you feel ready, you may want to lift off from the back foot to find this straight line all the way from your fingertips to your foot. Slowly release your foot with control and then bring your arm up, back and down, and bring your knee down to the mat. Let's do a couple of cat-cow poses to neutralize our spine. So drop your belly button down, look up, breathe in, round your spine, breathe out. One more time. Cow pose, breathe in. Cat pose, breathe out. Come back to a neutral spine and lift your left hand up as you breathe in to invite the twist on the other side. And then thread your left arm underneath your right as your left shoulder meets the mat along with your left cheek. And release your right arm all the way forward to again find this 90-degree angle between your arms. Feel your upper back muscles opening up, especially on the left side. Bringing awareness to the back of your body today. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your right palm next to your face. Push the mat away and then lift your left arm up as you breathe in. And then slowly bring your left palm down on the mat. Now bring your left toes to the back and we're just going to rock back and forth on the ball of our left foot to open up the back of our left leg. Drop your left foot down so the toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat, and then lift your left arm up as you find supported side plank. Bring your left arm towards the front of your space, really finding the stretch in the side body. And then if you feel ready on this side, lift off from your left foot, bringing a straight line from your left fingertips all the way to the sole of your left foot. Slowly release your left foot with control. Bring your left arm up, back and down, and then your left knee down to the mat. Good. We're just going to move our hands up a palm's distance. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up to find our very first downward facing dog. Recognize the sensations in your body as you find this beautiful pose. Drop your heel one at a time on the mat, opening up the outer hips. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. And really exaggerate your movements by moving your body from side to side. And once you have all of those gentle movements in, we're going to try to find some stillness in downward facing dog. You can have a generous bend in your downward dog with your hips pointing up towards the ceiling and your tailbone pointing up. As you breathe in, come forward to a plank pose. Breathe out and go all the way down to the mat with your elbows pointing straight back. Untuck your toes, breathe in. Chest up for baby cobra pose. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up as you inhale and bring your knee in towards your nose as you exhale. Again, push your right leg up for a three-legged dog as you inhale. A little different today. And then bring it all the way forward and drop your foot in between your palms. Drop your back knee down and tuck your toes. And bring your palms on top of your right knee as you lift your chest up for a low lunge. With this position with your upper body, lift your arms up to find Anjaneyasana. Now as you breathe in, lift your chest up and then breathe out, cactus your arms and open up your chest. Breathe in, lift your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Breathe out, cactus your arms, maybe sink in a little deeper in your front knee. Breathe in, lift your arms up, breathe out, cactus your arms. And last time, breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're just going to bring our hands back down to frame our front foot. And lift your right hand up for a gentle low lunge twist. Maybe look towards the side of your space. And then if you're ready, bring your right arm behind you and gently bend your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot with your right palm as you twist towards the back. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly release your left foot with control. Bring your right arm up, forward and down. And bring your palms towards your hips as you come on to the heel of your right foot and straighten your front leg to find runner's lunge. Keep your front foot flexed as much as possible as you find this fold over your right head. It's just going to help you open up the back of your right hamstring as you breathe in and breathe out. Bring your palms forward to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then bring both palms inside of your right foot and walk them over all the way towards the long edge of your mat as you find a wide-legged forward fold. Release your head over your wide legs and really let your feet take the weight of your entire body. Gently walk your hands over to the outside of your left foot, opening up at the left side of your body, and then come back to the center and move your hands over to the right foot on the outside. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands back to the center. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. Come onto your fingertips with a straight spine. And then as you breathe out, we're just going to walk our hands over to the front, bringing our front foot for a low lunge. So the same foot that you were having the lunge before.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think the camera is reversed,
Yeah.
so I'm just...
Alright. And then step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose and go all the way down to the mat as you breathe out. Lift your chest up, breathe in, baby cobra pose. And lift your hips up, downward facing dog. See how you feel on the first side as we move into all of these poses on the opposite side. Lift your left leg up as you inhale. Bring your knee in towards your nose, moving your body all the way forward. Breathe in, lift your leg up again, three-legged dog. Breathe out, bring it all the way forward and drop your foot in between your palms. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toes, and bring your palms on top of your left knee as you lift your chest up. Bring your hands up for crescent lunge pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, as you breathe in, lift your chest up. Maybe do a gentle back bend. And breathe out, cactus your arms, maybe sink in a little deeper into your left knee. Breathe in, lift your hands up. Breathe out, sink in a little deeper in your left knee. And last time like this, inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale. Bring your hands all the way down to frame your left foot. Lift your left hand up to find a gentle low lunge twist. Really opening up on this side of the body. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, bring your left palm behind you. Bend your right knee and grab hold of your right foot with your left palm to find a gentle twist towards the back. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly release your right foot with control. Bring your left arm up, forward and down. And then walk your palms towards your hips as you straighten your front leg and drop your head over your long leg to find runner's lunge. Keeping the front foot flexed really helps activate your leg so you find a deep stretch in the back muscles. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands forward to frame your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then bring both palms inside your left foot as you walk them over to the long edge of your mat and fold your head over your wide legs. Beautiful. Wide-legged forward fold. Just gonna drop our head over our legs and allow our legs to bear the weight of our entire body. Maybe again bring awareness to the back of your body and see if it feels a little open than at the start of our practice. Walk your hands over to the outside of your left foot to gently open up the left side of your body. And then come back to the center and walk your hands over to the outside of your right foot, opening up this side of our body. Bring your hands back to the center. And then as you breathe in, lift halfway to come onto your fingertips, keeping a straight spine. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to the front, framing your left foot, coming onto the ball of your right foot for a low lunge. And then step back, downward facing dog. Let's just take a quick child's pose. So bring your knees to touch the outside of your mats and then let your big toes touch as you sink into the mat with your forehead touching the mat. Release your arms all the way forward as you breathe into the child's pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Slowly look up towards your fingertips as you prepare, and then breathe out and come to tabletop position. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee and tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up to find downward facing dog. And we're just going to take a slow walk walk to the top of the mat. As we fold forward, Uttanasana. You can take your fingers and you can maybe try to curl your fingers around your big toe to just deepen the forward fold. Just grabbing a hold of your big toe with your fingers. It's called the yogi toe lock. And you're just gonna bring your elbows out to the side to just find a deeper forward fold if you want. And then release the clasp of your big toe and breathe in. Lift your hands up, high prayer, Urdhva Hastasana, gentle back bend. Hands to your heart, hands by your side, mountain pose or Tadasana. Really allow yourself to arrive in this pose, opening up your chest and keeping your shoulders away from your ears. This is where we bring our active energy into the body, even though this is just like a standing mountain pose. We're keeping our entire body active, inviting the rajas that we spoke about. Breathe in, lift your hands up, high prayer. Breathe out, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Step your right foot back as you breathe in for a low lunge. And then your left foot back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose, breathe in. Bend your elbows, with control go all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your chest up, breathe in for baby cobra pose. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up as you inhale. Bring it all the way forward and drop your foot in between your palms as you exhale. Lift your chest up, breathe in to prepare. And then push off from the back leg and let it meet the front foot as you fold over your legs. Breathe in, lift your arms up, high prayer. Breathe out, hands to heart and hands by your side, mountain pose or Tadasana. Take a moment to see how you feel. And then acknowledge this feeling as we move on to the other side of the sun salutation. Lift your hands up, breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Fold over your legs, breathe out. Step your left foot back for a low lunge, breathe in. And then your right foot meets the left for downward facing dog, breathe out. Roll forward to a plank pose, breathe in. Bend your elbows as you go down to the mat with control, breathe out. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra pose, lift your chest up or full cobra. And then tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up as you breathe in, three-legged dog. Bring it all the way forward, breathe out. Lift your chest up, breathe in to prepare. And then push off from the back leg and bring your right foot to meet the left to fold over your legs, breathe out. Lift your hands up, breathe in, high prayer. Bring your prayer to your heart and then hands by your side, mountain pose or Tadasana. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your mouth. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then find some stillness again in Tadasana or mountain pose. Lift your hands up as you breathe in. High prayer. Fold over your legs as you breathe out. Step your right foot back. Breathe in. And then step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg off the mat for a three-legged dog. Breathe in. Bring it all the way forward and drop your foot in between your hands. Breathe out. We're going to bring our back foot down, flat on the mat, so your toes are pointing towards circle your arms up and open up for warrior two. So in warrior two, keep your front knee bent as much as possible, and then keep your shoulders away from your ears as you stretch your arms out from side to side. Maybe bring your gaze towards the front, just above your right fingertips. Now breathe in, straighten your front leg, lift your arms up to find flying warrior. Breathe out, sink into your right knee to find warrior two. Breathe in, straighten your front leg, lift your arms up. Breathe out, bend your front knee, open up your arms. Last time like this, breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, bend your front knee. Bring your right elbow to your right knee and then lift your left hand up with your fingertips pointing towards the front of your mat to find extended side angle pose. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently straighten your front leg. Circle your top arm in front of your face and then lift it up again to transition into triangle pose. So keeping your right palm on top of your right foot, shin or ankle. You're going to try to lift your left arm up to find triangle pose. Slowly bring your left arm down as you bend your right knee, bringing both palms to frame your front foot, coming onto the ball of your back foot to find low lunge. So frame your right leg, yes, and then come onto the ball of your back leg, and then step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose, take your vinyasa if you feel comfortable, go all the way down or halfway down to find chaturanga. Lift your chest up to find upward facing dog or cobra pose. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up as you inhale. Bring it all the way forward and drop it between your hands. Drop your back foot down so your right toes are pointing towards the right long edge. Circle your arms up and out to find warrior two. So in warrior two again, see if you can align your left heel with your left knee.
Where am I? I'm on the other side now, right?
Yeah, you have to bend your left knee now.
Okay.
Since we did the right side already, right now let's do the left side. So we're just going to bend our left knee and open up our arms to find warrior two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my camera's reversed for some reason, so
it can be a little confusing. Sorry about that.
I'll just do the other side now. I gotta adjust that.
Yeah. So let's bring our left knee bent and then open up your arms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your left side?
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm so out of it.
Maybe we can start over from downward dog. Let's find ourselves from downward dog. So downward dog towards the front. Yeah, there you go, that's it. And then lift your left leg up. Breathe in. Bring your left leg all the way forward for a low lunge. And then drop your back foot down, drop your right foot down. And open up your arms.
Okay.
There you go. Your knee is still bent towards the front of your mat.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Alright, breathe in, lift your arms up, flying warrior, stretch your front leg. Breathe out, open up your arms, warrior two. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, bend your front knee, warrior two. Last time like this, breathe in, lift your arms up. And breathe out, bend your front knee. Bring your left elbow to your left knee as you bring your right arm over your head. The right fingertips are pointing towards the front of your space as you open up your chest towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now gently circle your right arm up and then down and lift it back up again as you straighten your left leg and bring your left palm on top of your left shin, knee or foot to find triangle pose. In triangle pose, see if you can again keep your shoulders away from your ears and find this straight line from your right fingertips to your left palm. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your right arm forward and down as you come onto the ball of your right foot, framing your left foot with both palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a child's pose. Drop your knees down, let your big toes touch, and set your seat back on your heels with your forehead touching the mat. Acknowledge these movements between the poses and recognize the space that you have created for yourself in your body and your mind. With this feeling, let's lift our head up, bringing our gaze in between your thumbs, and then come back to a tabletop position. And we're going to lift our knees and hips up to find downward facing dog. And today, try to bring your big toes to touch, and if you want, you can walk to the top of the mat or bend your knees and then take a quick hop to the top of the mat. Then fold over your legs. Breathe in, lift your hands up, high prayer, and breathe out, hands by your side. As you breathe in, lift your hands up and then sink into chair pose. So drop your hips over your heels and look at your toes and see if you can look at all 10 toes just ahead of your knees. Breathe in and breathe out. Straighten your legs, lift up from the chair pose and bring your hands by your side, mountain pose or Tadasana. Bring your hands to your waist and we're just going to do tree pose. So I'm going to face you. You can keep facing the front if you like. And then bring your right foot on top of your left leg for tree pose and lift your hands up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your right foot down with control and let's go over to the other side. Bring your left knee in towards your chest and then grab a hold of your left foot to place it gently on top of your right leg. Lifting your arms up and finding balance in tree pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands to your waist and bring your foot down with control. And we're just going to bring our hands up again and then sink into chair pose again. And see if you can bring your arms down and back so they're almost behind you like this. And then see if you can come on to the ball of your feet to find diverse pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift your hands up, chair pose, and stand up all the way, hands by your side. Let's try that again. Hands towards the ceiling, sink into chair pose, and then bring your hands back with your chest leaning forward. Lift your heels off the mat and find diverse pose. Slowly release your heels down, lift your hands up, and lift off all the way and bring your hands by your side. Really nice. Let's bend our knees one at a time. Just open up your body a little bit. Maybe move your torso from side to side. Take some gentle twists while you stand. Shove your shoulders up and down. Maybe rotate your head in one direction, opening up your neck. And then take a pause and rotate your head in the opposite direction. And then come back to stillness. Let's come to sit down on our mats with a cross-legged position. And then scoot your seat back a little bit with your feet pointing straight out and your legs straight out. Keep your feet flexed so your toes are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. And try to bring your hands to the sides of your hips as you lift your chest up to find staff pose or Dandasana. Your legs are still very active here. And as you find this L shape, lift your hands up, breathe in. Drop your hands over your straight legs and see if you want to just graze your toes with your fingertips as you find a fold over your legs. Or if you want to go deeper, maybe grab a hold of your feet from the sides and then bring your forehead a little closer to your knees. Wherever you are, acknowledge this beautiful stretch in the back of your body, especially in the lower back. And as you breathe in, lift your head up, bring your hands back on your lap. Now bend your right knee and give yourself a big hug. And drop your right foot outside of your left leg. And just push your knee off to the front so both your knees are kind of stacking up above each other. And then bring your hands to frame your long leg and just pull yourself forward so your forehead touches your right knee. Just to find a gentle opening on the left outer hip. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lift your chest up and we're going to release our right foot out to the front and bend your left knee and give yourself a big hug on the other side. Drop your left foot outside of your right leg, crossing it over, and then bring your left knee on top of your right and your hands to frame your right leg as you bring your forehead down on top of your left knee. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift your chest up and bring your left foot to meet your right and scoot forward a little bit and slowly release your body down on the mat as your spine meets the mat. Your knees are still facing up and see if you can feel your heels with your fingertips. And once you find that position, lift your hips up as you find bridge pose. Interlace your fingers underneath your hips. Open up your chest towards the ceiling. Keeping your chin away from your chest is going to help you find this space. Slowly release your hips down with control. Move your knees from side to side, dropping your knees all the way to one side and then all the way to other, like windshield wiper. And then once they fall all the way to one side, let's twist and open up our opposite arm to find the supine twist. You can use your palm to gently assist your knee to find a deeper twist. Wherever you are, breathe into this space that you have created on the opposite sides of your body. Come back to the center, bringing your knees towards your body and then dropping them over to the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe touch your forehead to your knees. Open up your knees wide and grab a hold of your feet for happy baby pose. Take any gentle movements that feel comfortable to you. Massage your lower back. Bring one foot in, straightening the other leg, and then the opposite side. And after your final few stretches, let's release your feet down on the mat and then bring your hands by your side for final resting pose or Shavasana. In Shavasana, bring awareness again to the back of your body and see how it feels different from the start of your practice. Relax your entire body on the mat, starting from the top of your head. Relax your forehead, your eyes, cheeks, mouth. Relax your neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Relax your chest, your stomach, waist, hips. Relax your thighs, knees, calves, ankles. Relax the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, your toes and the tips of your toes. Consciously bring relaxation to every part of your body, sinking your front body into your back body and your back body melting into the earth. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently bringing awareness back to your body. Interlace your fingers and find a deep morning stretch. Bend both knees to plant your feet on the mat and turn over to one side as you find this cozy fetal position. Push yourself off and find a cross-legged seated position, still with your eyes closed. Bring a prayer with your palms and bow your chin towards your chest. Honor this beautiful active energy or rajas that you have created today, along with some sattva or calmness and goodness. Fill your heart with gratitude for everything there is and everything that is to come. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat this morning, and I thank you deeply for letting me guide you through this practice. Namaste.